All right, y'all. So the rapper Jadakiss came out saying that record labels need to be held accountable for drill rap. They need to be held accountable for these kids putting out violent lyrics, is what Jadakiss is saying. So let's look at the article. Let's look at what he said. Jadakiss believes that record labels should be held more accountable for the violent rappers constantly inserted in their music. During a recent episode of I Am Athlete podcast, Jadakiss elaborated on his perspective of labels needing to bear the responsibility of lyrical content, specifically with drill music. Record labels are becoming successful off of nonsense, Kiss began. Somebody went out, did something stupid, recorded a song about it, and was able to get a lot of streams. And that became a thing with the whole drill scene. They're actually going out, getting active, and doing stuff, and then going into the studio and making a song about what they just did. That should get nipped in the bud as soon as it got created. I mean, Jadakiss ain't wrong. Here's the problem, though. Jadakiss was rapping about street shit and real nigga shit for how long? Jadakiss bragged about the fact that he's good in his hood for how long? Look, Jadakiss, I'm gonna disagree with Jadakiss for a reason. I'm gonna disagree for this reason. The record label doesn't actually, the record label is simply going to go after what the consumer wants. If the consumer wants drill rappers and street rappers, the record label is going to give you what you want to consume. Now, if these rappers just so happen to be real, which the consumer seems to want real rappers, these labels will provide you with that. I'm a firm believer in capitalism. The labels are simply providing a product that you, the consumer, wants. Now, I highly doubt Jadakiss really is into this kind of music. I doubt that Jadakiss at his age is really down for the drill movement. I doubt it. However, it's just crazy to me that a rapper like Jadakiss, who laid the foundation of these kids wanting to be street, all these rappers from Jadakiss's era and later who were rapping about being a real gangster and doing this. I mean, I get it from Giuseppe, either him or the essays. It's like, bro, you've been rapping street shit for a while, G. And now you want to come at the record labels? This shit is a culture that's been created not just by, socioeconomic issues brought on by, generational institutional racism. I mean, we're talking about mass incarceration, the crack epidemic, all of that. But the music industry has been extremely influential in destroying black culture. And the record labels, the only thing they're interested in doing is selling the product that they think the consumer wants. Point blank, period. If tomorrow black people woke up and said, yo, this drill shit is whack, which is starting to happen, drill will go out of business. Facts. If black people wake up tomorrow and say, yo, us killing one another and making anthems about it, that shit is corny. The record labels won't sign any more drill rappers. It's like, no, kid, sorry, cool bars, but yeah, the audience, the consumer, they're not really fucking with your shit, so we're not signing you. Well, you want 2-3 mil to rap about some shit no one wants to hear? Bye. Nobody wants to hear that shit. So, I understand where he's coming from, but it's like, bro, these labels ain't forcing you niggas to do none of that shit. Y'all choose to do it. The labels have already shown, back when I was a little kid, the labels weren't signing. They didn't necessarily care if you were a real nigga or not. They cared if you could sell a good product. How you think niggas like Drake got on? Wale. These niggas weren't street. They weren't real. Tyga. These niggas weren't street or real. They were good at their job, which was rapping. And the consumer enjoyed the product. The black community needs to understand that these record labels can't do shit for y'all. They can't do anything for you. Zero, nilch, nada, nothing. The record labels are simply selling a product that the consumer has told them that they want. Of course, the black community didn't write a fucking document and send it to the record labels like, okay, guys, here's what we want for Christmas. We want K-Flock, the fucking what B-Love, that's not what happened. They're looking, okay, who's popular right now? Who's getting all the streams? Where is the direction of the culture going in? That's what the record labels are doing. They're trying to give you what it seems like you want. Facts. So then Jadakiss goes on to say, nobody's going to these labels saying, hey, you're wrong for this. We're just blaming it on the kids. So like my brother said, he doesn't like to put all the blame on these young artists because the radio stations are making them the top songs of the playlist. And the labels are still signing them. My bad. The labels are still signing them. I'm sorry. I'm tired as fuck. My bad. Here's what I'll say. I'm gonna tone myself down for a second. I think I'm partly wrong. I think Jada Kiss is actually somewhat right here. I remember I was sitting down with my homie one time, and we're just sitting talking business, bro. And it was like 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. We're sitting down talking business. This nigga, but me and this nigga, bro, we're sitting down, and he says to me, "Bro, is that Who I Smoke playing in the background?" Now I don't listen to that bullshit. He don't listen to that bullshit. So we're like, there's only one source. He's got a little radio thing playing, in the room. We turn to the radio shit. It's playing Who I Smoke. I don't listen to that shit. He don't. I'm like, what the fuck? So the radio is playing this shit. That's where I really draw the line. Cause it's like, now you're like willfully pushing this shit out. So actually, you know what? Jada Kiss is right. To an extent, he's right. It's like at some point, actually, bro, Jada Kiss is on point. He's on point here. I think there has to be a sort of balance here where we hold these companies accountable for spreading the music, funneling money into this music. But we also got to hold the culture accountable. Because when it comes to the record labels in particular, their job is to look at what the consumer wants and give them that. Point blank period, bro. These record labels would much rather sign a Drake than a Dirk. Look how long it took Dirk to become an A-list rapper. It took him a long time. It took Drake, after Drake got signed to Young Money, that nigga was on top in 2 years. In 2 years, Drake was inescapable, bro. You couldn't escape this nigga. Nowhere. You could go to Mars. Somehow, some way, this nigga's... Somehow you hearing, just hold on. Like, you can't get away. You can't get away. Bro, these labels are going to give out whatever the culture seems as though it wants. Jada Kiss also said this. They even got it to the point where they're putting life insurance on these young kids now. Others were surprised at the revelation, but it's been common for some time. The labels, because they're gambling on you to do something dumb, they're going to try to profit on you after you die. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, that's what it's come to now. Because these labels are signing these young kids who have very volatile and short-lived careers. Because these guys are... See, it's different from how it used to be. See, back when they would sign gangster rappers, these rappers would get into the industry and they would usually adapt. They say, you know what? Okay, I'm rich now. I'm up now. I got to get away from the streets. I got to get away from this and I got to focus on my music career. Even a nigga like 50 Cent who got shot 9 times, he started to focus on the music. Like, fuck all this street shit. I'm a gangster. I'm a street dude, but I'm a rapper. And it's more important to me to be a rapper than it is to be a street dude. This nigga came out with Go Shorty. It's just like, bro, like only a nigga who's focused on his craft would make a song like that. He put aside the street shit and said, I'm getting to this bag. I'm going for greatness. So, these labels are definitely going to put life insurance out on these kids because it's like they're signing kids whose careers aren't going to last long. And it is exploitation to an extent because it's like the old rap game used to be very, very, very curated and very, very quality. Like, you look at how rap was when I was like 9 or 10, it was only a handful of niggas. Khaled, Ross, Wayne, Birdman on occasion, Nicki, Drake, Wale, Meek, if I didn't already say Meek. Chris Brown was like trying to fight his way back from the whole Rihanna situation. Justin Bieber was kind of doing features with niggas, like still on his like pretty boy, like boy band image. Like, the industry was small. Very small. And everybody was about music first and entertainment first. Now, it's hard. Like, it's impossible to recreate that era of the music industry. Whoever these niggas, like Lucien Grange, all these dudes that signed Ross and Wayne and Khaled and them back in that time period of 2008 to like 2013, they were eating good because the music industry had never been more corporate, more well organized, more entertainment focused, more just, it had never been better. Now, these labels are struggling to find the next artist that can be the next Khaled or the next Drake or the next Ross or the next Wayne or the next Nicki. It's hard to find. So what they're doing now is, let me go grab some dude who's real and sign him, and he's gonna have a short but volatile and lively career. And if he dies or goes to jail, we'll pull out the money from that stream uptick. It's fucked up, but that's what's happening now because the industry went from a well-oiled machine that was all about business to a free-for-all Wild West crazy show. And as a culture, we got to really sit there and talk about this. Because we can sit there and blame the record labels all day, but, you know, the reason why my knee-jerk reaction was to disagree, and I still kind of disagree with Jadakiss, is like, these labels, at the end of the day, are conducting business. And they are completely dependent upon us. Me and you. I don't listen to shit like Who I Smoke. I don't listen to K-Flock. The songs, they're in terms of quality, they're good. They're good songs. I'm not going to sit there and tell y'all, oh, this shit trash. Like, nah, K-Flock's song, his music is good. Want to know why I don't listen to it? Because I don't want that shit being the staple of my culture. I don't want young kids to live that life. I don't want to feed that kind of energy. So I'm not going to stream K-Flock. I'm not going to stream Young and Ace. I'm not going to, definitely not going to stream Julio Fulio. That nigga's crazy. I'm not streaming none of that, bro. Because I've got convictions that I'm just going to stand by, point blank, period. And the rest of black culture has to do that. These record labels are not going to sign another Young and Ace or Julio Fulio if y'all, because let's just tell the truth. Half the appeal to these dudes is not the music, it's the imagery and the lifestyle and the backstory. Let's just keep it 100. How long has it been since a rapper was really dominating the charts for a long time? Like, bro, like, it's been a very long time since we've had a rapper that good. These dudes, bro, half the appeal is just the train wreck that is their life. And I hate to say that because it's fucked up, but it's true. Half the appeal is the fact that these dudes' lives are massive train wrecks. And unfortunately, y'all are entertained by the fucking horrible lives that these dudes lead. It's the truth. Until we as a culture decide we're done fucking with this shit, these record labels are never gonna stop marketing poison to our kids. Jadakiss is not the only artist who's taken issue with the spread of drill music and its substantial impact on both artists and the music industry. During a recent interview on the Jason Lee Show, Remy Ma called the genre overrated, while insisting that she didn't understand why the new subgenre has gained so much traction recently. I don't have an exact person, but I feel like a lot of the drill is overrated, the Bronx rapper said. Like, I don't know what you're saying, but that's all anybody listens to. It's not an artist thing, it's a sound, and I feel like that whole genre is super overrated. Additionally, Bobby Shmurda said in an August 2022 interview with YouTuber Bashword that he doesn't want to be associated with drill music. Don't ever try to put me in a category or in a box, you're gonna hurt your head. I do what y'all haters can't. Hashtag you know what I'm saying. I don't do drill. I won't ever be a minion. And they can't clone me. Really one of a kind. Okay, whatever. He wasn't condemning he was just like, bro, like, don't play with me. Whatever. Ultimately, bro, like, what dudes like Jadakiss gotta understand is that these record labels are only gonna sell the product that the consumer wants. Y'all are sick and tired of record labels taking advantage of drill artists and putting out life insurance on rappers? Stop streaming drill rappers. I'm glad that Jadakiss don't fuck with the drill shit. I'm glad that he ain't cool with it. He doesn't get down with that. At least he's got some level of morals. But for the rest of y'all that are complaining about record labels taking advantage of black youth, stop streaming drill. Be like Jadakiss. Stop listening to that. Don't listen to it. I don't listen to drill. Stop listening to it. It's poison. Y'all gonna support a culture of us killing one another and then get mad at the record labels for giving you the product you want? They're giving you K-Flock because you listen to K-Flock. They're giving you niggas like K-Flock because that's who you listen to. They're looking at the streams. They're looking at who's popular. They're saying, oh, so dudes rapping about killing one another, that's what they want to hear? Okay, go find the next K-Flock since the real K-Flock he crashed out. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. He's done. Go find the next one. Sign him for like $2 million. Hope he doesn't die or go to prison early. Do whatever you can to coerce him to leave New York. Get him somewhere safe where he can rap about killing his ops. And let's try to make some money. Oh, by the way, take out a life insurance policy on him too. That's what the labels are going to try to do. You want to know why they're going to try to make a new K-Flock? You want to know why the labels are signing the Julio Fulios, the Young and A's, all these niggas? You want to know why they're going to sign them? Because that's what the fuck you want to hear. They are going to look at what you want to listen to, and they're going to sign that. End of story. The record label ain't make it like, bro, niggas sit there really believing like the record label is forcing people to listen to drill. No, bro. They're looking at the analytics. They probably have people in these streaming companies giving them analytics like, okay, like, you know, how many streams did this genre get? How many streams did that subgenre get? How many streams did this artist get? Oh, really? That's where hip hop is going? They want to hear that type of music? All right. So then they go to their fucking talent division and have those people scout out a new rapper to sign. It's the facts. Y'all want to blame the record labels all day because unfortunately in our community, we've developed a culture of victimhood where we're going to blame everything but us. I understand where Jadakiss is coming from. I truly do. But the problem doesn't lie with the record label. The problem lies with us. We are the only culture in the world, as far as I know right now, that genuinely enjoys consuming music and media about killing ourselves, literally. And until we shed that hatred for ourselves, until we change, until we move different, there's no amount of blaming the record labels that could possibly fix this problem, because we're gonna keep watching K Flock. We're gonna keep, bro. If the record labels don't sign K Flock, he's just gonna post his music on YouTube, post his videos on YouTube, and still get streams. So, like, bro, like, you know, I respect Jadakiss for you know, saying that he's not down with drill, but you know, if y'all want these record labels to stop marketing drill and stop putting money behind drill, stop listening to it. Just stop. You got to be for real. Y'all can't be sitting there just trying to like be victims for the upteenth time. Like, that's the problem. Niggas want to be victims for the 1 million time of the day. These record labels are taking advantage of black youth. Do not stream drill. Just don't do it, please. 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 It'd be one thing if the black community was completely against drill. Then it'd be simple to say, oh, so these record labels are trying to sell us some shit we don't want. They're not doing that. Until the black community wakes up and says we are done buying poison for ourselves and our children and consuming it. You can only blame so much on the record labels. And that's just how I feel about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.